There's only one thing that you can snack on when you're fishing. It's fishing in the hunting mix. It's pretty amazing. It is Tuesday, November 26th, and this is feeling a little bit like deja vu. As I'm sure everyone watching this video knows, there's a massive winter storm that is going to hit Minnesota. We are on the north end of it, hopefully, and we won't just get absolutely inundated and ruin all the lake ice. But right now I think it's something like 4 to 7, 3 to 8 inches or something like that for us here at Tuscarora. And the farther south you go, the more snow there is. Gotta love northern pike. There's some open water. Gunflint Lake. It's about 1 o'clock on Wednesday the 27th. So this storm didn't hit us anywhere near as hard as it hit basically everywhere else in the state, it seems. We got a couple inches of snow and it's kind of breezy, but no big deal, which is pretty nice. West Bearskin Lake should be a familiar sight to winter campers. The ice looks pretty good. There's some slush, but not terrible. If you're going to Duncan, you're going around the corner here. And if you're going to Daniels, you go out over here. This is the landing that's next to Hungry Jack Lake. Well, this is what happens when you forget your chisel and your auger and you try to measure the ice. Sag corridor, and we're just right out in front of the public landing, and there's a goodly amount of ice. Well, we finally got through, and it's hard to tell when you chop a hole in the ice with an axe how much ice there is, but Ada's reaching in there, and there's probably, I don't think you're nearly to the bottom.
I don't think it's like that much.
That? Yeah, there's
probably 7.
7 inches of not too bad ice. Well, Seagull Lake certainly is trying to freeze over. It's pretty calm, and there's a good skim ice right here, but that's all open water out there. But it may not be very visible on this, but over here, there's ice that's got a bunch of snow on it. And it actually looks pretty good from here. It doesn't look like it's all slushed up, so that's got to be at least a couple inches. Won't be too much. Lake trout season's coming. We're out here fishing, but we're fishing for whatever we can catch, which is what we fished for before lake trout season. And something that a lot of people know about, but is confusing, is that the winter lake trout season inside the Boundary Waters Canoe Wilderness opens up before the trout season does outside. So, for instance, this year, lake trout season on lakes that are entirely within the wilderness area opens on Wednesday, believe it or not, Wednesday, the 1st of January. But lakes that are partially outside or entirely outside the Boundary Waters, that opens on Saturday the 18th. So there's a pretty big difference between those two openers. And that can get some people in trouble. So with that in mind, lakes that open on the 1st, Wednesday the 1st, are lakes like Tuscarora, Gillis, Gabamichigami, if you're going that far, Polson, that's entirely within the wilderness area if you want to hoof it all the way down there and catch a bunch of lake trout. But the big popular ones, Duncan, Daniels, those open on the 1st, Partridge, lakes like that. And popular lake trout lakes that open on the 18th are lakes like Saginaw, Seagull, Gunflint, Clearwater, West Pike, not West Pike, West Bearskin, those all open up. Moss Lake opens up then. That opens up on Saturday the 18th. And for some reason or another, this always comes up for Seagull Lake. I don't know why. It never comes up on Sag or anything like that. But Seagull is a super popular winter camping destination because of the ease of access, and it's a pretty darn good lake, trout lake. So Seagull is generally the lake that people will get in trouble for not realizing that season does not open until much later on in the month of January. It is a beautiful December 1st morning, and well, Duluth got buried in the latest snowstorm. We did not get anything. We got, I think, maybe a dusting, but I wouldn't even call it that. This snow here, this 2 inches, is from last Wednesday, so I'm gonna get it plowed up now that I know that it's not gonna snow anymore for a while. This upcoming week looks pretty nice and pretty dry, so no snowfall, so we'll be able to get out fishing. There we go.
You think it's a crappie? There he is. First, oh, he is full of ice.
That is what we're looking for. Oh.
Look at that. Not a bad first crappie for
No.
winter 2019, 2020.
It's my hand in comparison. Oh. There he is. Look at that thing. That might be my biggest crappie ever. There we go. All right, not quite as big as the last one, but
No. No.
oh, popped right out.